Thank you. In a movie where, I pick a movie artist,
Gary, on another tip, Gary would kick actors off the set if they didn't look real enough. He was like, man, we don't want no actor. We want somebody real, man. Bring me a real G right here. We need a real G. We don't want no actors. So, it just goes to show you how much of a craftsman that Gary Gray is when it comes to putting together a masterpiece movie like Straight Outta Compton. Everything is in the details, and we definitely had a whole bunch of details for sure.
Well, with NWA, they focused on the real. I was there. They made the records, and I'm like, damn, this is really real. And so to make the movie, to make it feel a few steps removed or somehow fake, it just wouldn't have served what you guys did and served the legacy. So that's what we wanted to do, is keep it real.
No, straight up.
But can I just say one thing, man? Thank you for taking care of us, man. We've been hanging out with Big Sean for 24 hours, and he welcomed us to Detroit, man. We having a great time. And we know you busy. He came back just to do this for us and to support this movie. He's supporting you guys. I'm sure you already know, with the studio and all that stuff. So I want you guys to give it up for him. For being that guy.
I love Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I love the city. I'm gonna give my heart, my soul. I'm gonna give my blood back to the city. I put everything I got into it. From the Detroit public schools, I'm gonna make sure y'all good. You know what I'm saying? Whether y'all got somebody in your life or not that's taking care of you, I'm gonna do my best to, provide the best opportunities that I can as I keep getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? I appreciate that support. Give it up. I appreciate that Detroit hospitality. All day, but look, this about y'all. I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? But this about y'all. Another question I had, just like me being from Detroit, Q, y'all both, no, it's for both of y'all. Actually, I'll give you my mic as soon as I'm done with the question. But both of y'all being from LA, you know what I'm saying? Or, that's where y'all from, that's where y'all came up, Compton. How important was it, to make sure that y'all shot the movie actually in parts of LA, in Compton, you know what I mean? How important was that to come back to your community? Because I know how important it is to me to be up in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? To be over on the west side, on the east side, down here at Cass. I know how important that is. So how important was that for y'all to bring that back to y'all hood?
Like we've been saying this whole time, we wanted it to be real, to be authentic. Compton deserves some light. Compton deserves us to be there. Compton deserves us to hire the neighborhood people to help us on the set, and we wanted to honor where we come from, because that's the reason why we made the music we did. So we had to show the people why. Y'all know the music, y'all know the stories, but y'all might not know why did we write these kind of lyrics. And Straight Outta Compton sets the stage for the why. And Compton, if we wouldn't have shot it in Compton, I would have felt funny about the finished product, but it's as authentic as you can get in a movie.
That's real, but you remember when they told us the budget for Canada, for Atlanta, for Boston, and I was like, you can't shoot Straight Outta Compton in Boston. But it was one of those things that we had, we played the game for a little bit, and then we said, listen, we want to shoot this in LA. And part of the reason why we did that is the backdrop is so authentic that you just focus on the actors and the story. You're not saying, is that the Canadian skyline, or is that Boston? Does that feel like LA? It serves just what the main thrust of the movie is. It's just focusing on the heart, and that's it.
Straight up. Y'all make some noise for that one time. That's right. So these next questions are for Jason O'Shea Jr., you know what I mean? They haven't seen it, I've seen the movie, but what I can say is, how does it feel? Because last night was your first time watching the movie with the actual audience, right? How did it feel seeing y'all up there, you know, executing the movie, people's reactions, you know, the laughs, because the movie was funny too. It had a lot of, you know, it's very serious, but it had some funny moments too, you know what I mean? Just all the different emotions people went through. Y'all took them on that roller coaster ride. So how did that feel to actually see it done? You know, I'm sure this movie was a long process, 10 years in the making even, you know what I mean? A couple years of shooting or whatever or whatnot. So how did it feel to see that from y'all's perspective?
Well, you know, the movie has all types of, all ranges of emotions, you know, and that's what makes it a real life movie. You know, Coach Jimmy V said, if you laugh, if you cry, and if you think, then that's a full day, you know, and this movie does all of that. You know, you really gonna leave it feeling inspired and driven, and to see people get the vision, you know, the things that we were talking about on set, the things that we, you know, were crossing our fingers hoping worked, to see them executed and to have the fans' reactions the way that they were was dream come true. Surreal.
Yeah, it was brilliant, man.
Right, yeah, I could back door on that. The dream come true is all I can consider it, you know what I mean? Like, just, you know, just from every beat of it, when people bounce, when they cry, when they laugh, when they caught something slick that we might have done, you like, damn, that's my art, and it's gonna be like that forever.
I just gotta say, everybody in the movie did amazing, but we all know the character you had to play, Eazy-E. You know, he was the only character, for instance, O'Shea got Cube right here with him, you know. Everybody had their characters. You was the only one who had to play Eazy-E, who passed away, you know, R.I.P. Eazy. And on top of that, it was such a crazy story. You know, we all know Eazy-E, where he died from, you know what I'm saying? We all know that the AIDS, you know, contracted AIDS. It was a crazy, crazy emotional, you know, so it's a part of the film I don't want to get too into because I don't want to give it too away. But how did that feel playing that, and how were you able to, I felt like I was watching Eazy-E like straight up the whole time, you know what I mean? You couldn't tell me nothing different. So how were you able to get that, you know? Did you have to like study a lot of Eazy-E videos? Did you have to like, how did you, you know, play that role so perfect?
Well, you know, I just started from the core of a person, you know what I mean? Because everybody got something about them that's the same as everybody else. You wake up, you put your pants on, you know what I mean? You eat your breakfast, whatever. But when it came to E, he had a side that the world never really saw. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to morph into that. And I had to, of course, do, you know, all these steps with the accent and learning how to walk and talk like these people and, you know, do all these different things. But at the end of the day, I think it was me just asking myself, like, if I wanted to leave my mark, how would I leave it? You know what I'm saying? And dying of AIDS, it seems simple, you know what I mean? But if somebody walked up to you and was like, hey, you about to die, you got a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? Or you got a couple of months, or whatever the situation may have been, then, you know, you dig deeper into a person. And I just tried to go for broke, you know what I mean? I just dig and dig and dig just as deep as I could. And I had a lot of people step up, you know, because I had a lot of people in my corner who just want to see Eazy do good. So, you know, with all the things, so then it came out, you know, a good product.
It was an award-winning performance, man.
Oh, man.
I promise you.
Oh, thank you.
Award-winning.
Thank you. Award-winning performance. Thank you. I hope everybody loved it, you know? Yeah. And I just want to inspire, you know what I mean? Because, like, I felt like I always had that type of talent in me, you know what I mean? And true enough, it takes a good director to tap into it. It takes people like you to break down walls to make things like this happen. But I just want everybody to know, you know what I mean? Like, your gift will bring you in front of many men, you know? So just, you know, when it's your time to shine, just do you.
Straight up. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, man. One of the things that y'all don't know yet, but I'm going to give away, is that they were in Detroit in the movie. They showed Detroit a lot of love in the movie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking, there was that Joe Louis Arena, you know what I'm saying? It was real crazy. I'm not going to give too much away, so I appreciate y'all for really shining that light on the D. Really?
I wanted to say that was probably the most expensive part of the movie. That sequence in Detroit was huge. I don't want to give it up, y'all, but
It's electric.
When we made it to Detroit, everybody in the audience went crazy, right?
Yeah. It's a thing where, you know, Detroit has always supported me from day one. I mean, before day one, Detroit has always been down, never wavered, you know, it's always love, you know, so, you know, Detroit is always